it doesn't matter how big or how small, but I think what's most important is what you are comfortable with, what your goals are, goes back to your objective, what you want to earn. Make a decision whether this is the right business for you. You got to look at a bigger perspective in terms of the market and how the market reacts towards certain product, whether is it a seasonal business or is it something which is long lasting. Yeah.
I am Shah and this is
Shah.
We are on a beautiful island called Pulau Besar of Mersing, Malaysia, somewhere between Tioman and Rawa. And alright, we are here on a good day. The waves are splashing by the beach. We are at this resort, a short getaway, and we decided to do this to just record and have some 2 cents thoughts on business.
Yeah, although we are actually kind of on a getaway, having a short break in isolation, away from the bustling cities, but I think we do want to take this opportunity to actually talk about what we can do and what we have achieved so far, reflect and rejuvenate and
rejoice.
Rejoice.
Yeah. So Shah here will share on some tips and pointers on upcoming and how to manage business, how to stay relevant in this current situation and era. So, Shah.
Yep. All right. So I want to share a few pointers based on the past experience, and I would love to share especially for those who are totally new in the entrepreneurship journey. I think this is probably a good advice or pointers that you can take note of, that you probably can excel and achieve your goals towards success in this entire journey, right?
Yes. So Shah, can I ask you this? When did this all started? If you can, if you care to share with us.
All right. So my entrepreneurship journey begins in 2011.
All right.
Right. So if I'm not wrong, 2011. So that's when I started my first journey in business, doing things on your own, right? Yep.
So prior to that, you were in the workforce?
Yes, I was in the workforce. I was doing marketing, so lots of content marketing back then. Of course, those days were a little bit different. We're talking about the early 2000s. Things are different, and today is entire new ball game. So we want to share what we have seen, what we have tested, and what we are the challenges that we had along the way. And I think this is a good chance for us to keep sharing this knowledge, these experiences, hoping that you guys can, take this and bring it
to the next level.
To the next level. I mean, even better than what we have probably achieved. Yeah.
So before I go further, do you have any experience prior to the business that you ventured in?
So my parents were doing wet food, and my mom is selling Malay delicacies, right? Kuehs and everything. So I grew up in that environment. So it kind of inspired me to do something on my own when I grew up. So it realized in 2011 then. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of remember when we were younger. I mean, we've been friends for so long. He'll be selling the kuehs, the Malay delicacies, and I will come by and buy them. Yeah, to the shop. So that was an experience.
Yeah.
Anyway, his mom made good kuehs.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, Shah, the foundation of it, right? The foundation of this business. What are the important factors diving into the business itself?
Right.
Do you have some key factors that you
I do
can
have
highlight?
some thoughts on this, especially for new entrepreneurs. One thing about diving into business, when you want to start up a business, right? I think first of all, you got to do a little bit of research or some kind of research, sufficient research, right? You got to do some research and identify the gaps, right? You need to identify the gap where in the market itself, where you can position yourself, where you can excel, where you can make a difference, right? When you look at this market situation, what people are offering, what people are selling, you need to give them a unique proposition, something different. It may be of the same product, but you want to be unique in what you propose to them in terms of the difference that you can make in giving them a better product or a better service. So that's where the gap is, that's where it lies, and that's where you're gonna push forward.
Okay.
And then of course, after identifying the gaps, the kind of business you want to do, product or services, you gotta look at the income potential as well. It doesn't matter how big or how small, but I think what's most important is what you are comfortable with, what your goals are, goes back to your objective, what you want to earn. So with these pointers, probably you can also, it helps you to make a decision whether this is the right business for you. You got to look at a bigger perspective in terms of the market and how the market reacts towards certain product. Whether is it a seasonal business or is it something which is long lasting. Yep.
So as you were talking, and I am as well thinking, if I were to be in the shoes of a new businessman, someone who wants to start out and I don't know what to do, can I jump into a business which is already there, a business which people has already done that and is proven good?
Yep.
But as you say, it still needs to have a niche.
Yep.
Or something, but I jump into that first because it's already proven.
Correct.
And then from there on, I see whether I can still
Correct.
stay there.
Let me take you one example. So I was saying that earlier on that you got to identify the gap. So meaning, for example, we are in a resort right now, a resort island right now. So I mean, we have plenty of resorts in the world, right? So let's say we are talking about the local market itself. For example, let's say we are in a country, an X country, for example. So what you got to do is you need to study what they are offering. So you can build your own resort. You have, let's say you have the funds, you have your investor and so on. So what's next is to understand and how they do their business, their competitors. Because you're talking about, let's say, an island, and then there's a resort, and it's proven that the resorts they are all doing great, you see, right? So you want to come in, and then you are new, and then you want to be there with them, and you're gonna share the pie with them, right? So what you gotta do is identify the gaps, right? So see what every one of them are offering, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna be you can offer the same resort but with a better unique proposition. For example, a resort that offers what do you call it? Let's say your packages. It comes with a special jacuzzi, for example. You have 3 days 2 night kind of a package that offers you full onboarding meals with chefs, with barbecue included and all the stuff, So let's say the rest are not offering that, and then you comes in the picture, and then your resort is as good as them. So how you make a difference? Let's say you add on this kind of thing as a package to make it easier for them, rather than those who are on an a la carte kind of thing. So that's how you make a difference. I mean, this is a very simple, off the shelf kind of thoughts I could give.
All right, Shah. Next thing, after that full explanation, for a new business owner, what are the most important things to do?
I mean, there's a whole list of it, but I think let's jump into just a few.
Okay.
Right. A few important things that I think every new business owner needs to do is to make sure that they craft out their business plan. Right. I mean, on paper, people do like 5 years or 10 years business plan kind of thing, right? Try to simplify it, right? So it's easier to do business now, right? We try to be a bit more flexible, and just the essential part is you need to have a short-term goals and long-term goals. You see, so in short-term, you wanna, for example, you just started and then you wanna achieve, let's say, 1,000 sales, and then in long-term goals, you are ensuring that you have 5,000 sales a month, meaning you have, let's say, 2,000 being a new customer and the other 3,000 is repeat customer or the loyal customers. So those are the business plan you need to put in mind, right?
Alright.
And then next thing you need to understand and look at what exactly does your customer need, right? I mean, it's no point that we have a service or a product which customer don't find it useful, right? So we gotta deep dive and understand what they really need, because we are here to solve their problems,
Wow.
to solve their pain points. I mean, it's in business we tend to be proud that of our services, of our product, you know, but we tend to forget that sometimes it doesn't suit the customer's need. It doesn't.
True.
It doesn't align with what they really need. So we gotta really understand them. We must ensure that we are able to supply this to them, because there are lots of factors in business. But at times, from my experience in the past, that I'm able to create demand,
Yeah.
and I failed because I can't
Supply.
create a supply.
Oh.
So I can't sustain in my supplying of the services and goods. So that was a very critical factor that I totally missed back then. So yes, supply is also something which you guys need to look at. And then of course, in business you need cash. You need your cash flow. So make sure you have a healthy cash flow. I mean, even if you have a start, for example, let's say you 100K for a start. I mean, for an example, make sure you spend it wisely. Once you have a fund set for your business, make sure you spend it wisely. You don't overspend it. You know, by, for example, you just started a business and you start hiring 5 staff, 5 employees to do so many things. You know, a lot of things when you are an entrepreneur, a lot of things you have to do it yourself. You see, as you grow, that's when you start employing. You know that you need more operational human resources. That's when you keep expanding. So in this way, your funds, your cash flow are
Be in control.
in control of that. So it's well managed in that sense. And then of course we got to learn about the market, and then we need to learn about the competition, what your competitors are doing, and what are they offering, and then how you can be better. You have the competitive edge, you see. And then of course as entrepreneurs or new entrepreneurs, you gotta keep asking, you know, learn from other entrepreneurs, learn from other businesses, even your competitors. I mean, we shall not stop learning at any point. Things are changing, right? The only things that are constant is change. Yeah.
You know, when people want to do something on their own, it's always they want to make more money, more cash, more profit. So what are your thoughts on this of profit making business? Just profit. I just want profit, you know. I want to do this so I can have more. So what are your thoughts on startups like this? You know, you have this mindset.
You want to have that financial freedom. You need to be able to earn that kind of income. There are businesses which are revenue generating. There are businesses which are profit making, right?
Okay.
So if I were to put these two, I mean, there are businesses who are just revenue generating, meaning, but they are at loss. Okay, why they are at loss is simply as they are making, let's say for example, they are making $100,000 per month, for example, right? But their expenses exceed, meaning their expenses is, let's say, 120,000 in total. So you see, they are at loss, right?
So it doesn't mean that if you are revenue making, you are profiteering.
Yes, correct. You want to be profit making company or business, you definitely first you gotta have that revenue, right?
Yes.
Right. All the sales and everything is coming in, and then when I was talking about you're controlling your cash flow, your expenses, right? So make sure your expenses doesn't exceed, right? So that's where your margin is, and that's where your profits.
I think this is where most people,
Correct. Yep.
those startups or the new business owners probably overlook.
Correct. Yeah.
When it comes to expenses.
Yeah. It's always in plan, but when it comes to the practicality of it, and then when execution, they tend to overlook it because they always find that the operation cost matters a lot. I mean, they have to keep the business running, which is understood. So that's when companies requires cash injection from investors or even from banks, loans and everything like that. But I'm not saying that it's wrong to have cash injection from funds because it's part of business cycle. It's just that it's not for long term, you see. Yeah, because money makes money, but the thing is you need to understand that you have to make sure that your cash flow is healthy, right? Even though you're not making much, but if you are healthy, you got lesser worries. You have lesser stress, especially for new entrepreneurs. You do not want that kind of stress because your stress is so much more on the startup and a lot more on the foundation. Yeah.
So there's so much more working on a budget.
So earlier on, I was saying that there are all types of business, and we got to understand that once we look at the business itself, there are different kind of business revenue generating model, right? So even though we are dealing with the same product, right? Some people are selling it higher. Some people are selling it lower. So let's assume that the market rate is this flat. Some are selling higher, some are selling it lower, right? So these two are playing different models, you see. So the one selling higher is as good as doing less for more. Whereas the one that's selling lower, their model is selling more for less. Right? So again, once you see this, then you do your structures and everything, then you decide whether which path that you choose to be. Right? If you ask me personally, I prefer to be in the zone of doing less for more. You see, and then I can focus on the quality. I can focus on the service. I can focus on my customer relationship. So there's a big thing over here. I'm not saying that the one that charges lower ones are not doing what I'm doing, but I'm putting more focus on that. There's another reason why certain products can be doing it lower price range, because probably they are doing mass production. So sometimes we overlook that they do actually do mass production. So with mass production, of course, they are able to keep their costs low and they are able to sell it lower than the rest. Yeah. So sometimes we got to study a little bit more, and then we start comparing, and then we understand first. We understand, then we decide which one we should choose.
All right.
It's a matter of preference. Yeah, and it's a matter of what you feel like doing or what you want to do.
How comfortable are you on which options?
Correct. Yep.
All right. Oh, Shah, I have this question.
Right.
No, will you like to share with the people out there, what kind of business actually you are doing? Probably they want to know, what you are dealing with,
All right. So for those who are not sure what I'm dealing with, so I'm actually in the video production business and event production business. So what I do basically, I approach and I handle and manage corporate clients to do a video and to create an event for them and manage an event for them. So that's what I'm dealing with for the past 10 years.
Yes.
Also.
For the past 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah. So being with that, when the viewers think of video production, they must imagine like, how big is your team? Actually, so how big is it?
In creative or in video production industry itself, it can be as small, and it can be as big, right? It depends on the requirements. So if you were to ask me how big my team is I would say that I'm a one-man band with an army. Because what we do is we collaborate with a lot of talented and skilled
individuals.
Individual crews, which we collaborate to from the inception of the project itself to the creative thought process to the technical execution and to the post-production itself. So different projects have different requirements. So we find the right people, we bring in the right talent to produce different projects.
So when you say one-man band with an army, is there instances that you have to work alone, just you yourself, doing everything? From the technical aspects to the back end.
Yep, there
everything
is.
Just you.
Yep, there is. there are certain projects which a smaller scale project, right? I do a one-man show kind of thing, yeah. But I would say it rarely lah, rarely, because
Uh-huh.
those projects that we do or we manage is more on the smaller scale
Uh-huh.
to a large scale, but not that small. You
All
see?
right.
So most of the times we would have a leaner team, but not so much on a one-man show kind of thing. Yeah.
So when you say army, when you need these guys, when you go for battle lah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So when we have a large scale event, or we even have a large scale video production that requires a lot of departments,
Yes.
that you have to invest on, that's when they come in. So we
Alright.
bring in the right talent, depends on the needs and the requirements of the project, the objective of the project.
Your business wise, do you work locally or globally, Shah?
Okay, in the early days, we do much on the local market, right?
Uh-huh.
But as we grow, we get more regional projects, we get more regional clients, and then as of today, we are quite all over. Meaning we do all international client MNCs, the global brands, the big boys, and yeah.
Can you name a few of the big boys?
Yeah. There are few MNCs like even Epson, Unilever, Netflix, Ritz Carlton, Les Mills.
Oh.
There's a lot more.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's quite huge actually. For
Yeah, the clientele, yep.
For a one-man band
With an army.
with an army. So Shah, with all that which is going on in your own world, your own this world of yours, what is the most rewarding aspects of starting your own business?
I'm sure any other entrepreneurs or any other business owners right there, when they start a business, they want to be able to do something on your own, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, it's all about financial freedom, and personally for me, the self-satisfaction, right? So financial freedom meaning you can earn as much as you want, or earn as median as you want, right? And then when it comes to the self-satisfaction, which is more emotionally inclined to,
Yes.
I think what I love about doing your own thing is the ability to help clients to be able to solve their problems and ease their pain points. And then they get back to me with a good feedback, a good review, a testimonial that, saying that, hey Shah, you and your team have done a good job. These are the best rewarding aspect of doing things on your own. And then they come back and then tell you your product is good, your service is good, the output is good, they have received a lot from their customers, this is the best. It's even, the feeling itself is so much better than the monetary rewards, right? Yeah, monetary rewards are there to pay off your bills and everything, your expenses and everything, but
I think the relationship you create.
Yes. Yeah, the relationship, the words
Yeah.
that they tell us is just not speechless, but but I'm just lost for words. Yeah, for now.
Yep.
I think with this sharing, I think if it's something useful for you guys and you want it to have more of such information being shared, we love to share stuff. We love to share things that we know, or even experiences based on our experiences, or even life experiences. We welcome all those notes, and probably you guys can also send us any questions that you guys might have. We will try to address that, because we are here openly enjoying the breeze, the ocean, the sun and the sea, and we
Basking
love
in the sun,
yeah,
clear view waters.
yep,
We will recommend you this place anytime.
yeah. We are having a very free mind right now, and we want to share as much as we can for any new entrepreneurs, or whoever you are, wherever you are. Let us know what you want to know, what you want to learn, or whatever experience that you want us to share.
Yes.
Just see there's us, email us, whatever links they're going to provide to you, contact us, and we'll get back to you.
And for now, we're gonna have another break. That's it. We're gonna jump to the waters. See you guys soon. Let's go, man.